Welcome to the back nine. This is hole 10. It's the shortest hole on the course, but also the most intimidating gap on the course. You make it through the gap and you should be running at the basket. If you don't, you're going to have a tough time scrambling for par. So let's see if we can put it down there and give ourselves an easy birdie. And that's a common result. So hit first available on the tee shot and now have a really tricky scramble for my par. This one seems to always get me. What? It was a great upshot, and we've got a putt to save the par. After a near perfect scramble shot, we've got about 15 feet left to save our par. But one big tree in the way. Go with a wide straddle on this one. Got it. Here we are at hole 11. It's a 285-foot par 3. You've got two options off the tee. You can either go up the left gap with a right turning shot, or up the right gap with a straight shot that fades to the left a little bit at the end. This is one of the trickier holes on the course with two tight gaps to choose from. But after missing the two shortest holes on the course over the last two holes, I'd like to get a birdie here. I'm going to throw the left gap first, and that's the one I'll play, and I'll demonstrate the right gap as well. Pushed it a little bit high, and I think I'm a little bit short, but we should have a putt. Try the right gap. Similar story there, but that one's going to be a little bit closer. Here we are on the beautiful green of hole 11. I threw my drive a little bit high and inside, and I'm left with about a 45-footer from the short side of the basket. The one that I threw up the right gap is a little bit closer. I'd say about 15 feet. Stop. Almost. And that's where my second shot landed that went up the right side. Here's a good look at the two gaps looking back at the tee. That's the right side gap, and that's the left side gap off the tee. This is hole 12 at Teddy Bear Pines. It's a 245-foot par 3. It goes uphill slightly and bends to the left at the end. After 3 straight pars, this would be a good one to pick up. Oh, wow. Threw it a little wide, but got a good tap off a tree and should be up there putting. After a great kick, after throwing it a little bit right off the tee, I've got about a 20-footer for birdie. Let's see if we can capitalize. Welcome to hole 13 here at Teddy Bear Pines. This is one of the toughest holes on the course. It's about 310 feet, bends slightly to the right at the end. You've got two options off the tee, but both of them are tight. You can either go a righty backhand Annie up the left side, or a sidearm up the right side. I like to go sidearm, so I'm going to try that first, see how it goes. Fade. And faded just in time, that should be a birdie look. Let's try this right side, or the left side. That looks great too, that should be par. Player B gave it a little bit of an ace run. but my sidearm ended up about 22 feet from the basket. Let's see if we can can it. Little right side, but that'll work. Welcome to hole 14 here at Teddy Bear Pines. This is a 260-foot uphill hole. You've got two options once again. You can go with the left gap, which is a right turning shot at the end, or the right gap, which is a left turning shot at the end. So pick your poison on this one. I like to go up the left gap with the sidearm because it's a little bit wider, but I'll show you the right gap on my second gap. That should be about under the bucket. This one is a little bit uphill too. You've probably got about 10 feet of elevation rise. So here's the right side. Just a little bit inside. After a great first shot and a bad shot by player B, we've got about a 12-footer left for our birdie. Let's put her in. Here we are on hole 15 at Teddy Bear Pines. It's a 290-foot downhill par 3. This is one of my favorites. You've got two options off the tee. You can go big hyzer out to the right or right down the middle. This one's playing in the sun, so it'll be a little bit tough to see. I'm going to go down the middle because the hyzer is going to be real hard to film. In the air. Threw it a little bit low, but we'll see if that one slid down there. Stayed just enough in the air off the tee pad to give myself a birdie look. We've got about 32 feet, right about circle's edge. See if we can put it in. Got it. Welcome to hole 16 at Teddy Bear Pines. It's a 230-foot par 3 that bends just to the right at the end. This is one of the easier holes on the course, so let's see if we can take advantage. After a slow middle section, I'm 10 under par and only one off the course record set by Mr. Michael Johansson. Let's see if we can tie it up. Go in. Gave it a little bit of an ace run. Let's see where it ended up. Gave it a bit of an ace run, but was lucky enough to settle up right here next to this tree, about 10 feet away from the basket for an easy birdie. Tried to miss it. Welcome to hole 17 here at Teddy Bear Pines. It's a 240-foot par 3 with a tight gap and a low ceiling. Right now I'm at 11 under par, even with the course record, but we've got two challenging holes to finish. Let's see if I can beat it. Turned it over just a little bit. Turned it over a bit too much off the tee, and I'm left with a really obstructed putt from about 40 feet. This is going to be a tough one to make, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Nope. Rejected. Made a bit of my mistake on my tee shot and was left with a real tricky putt that I wasn't able to convert on. So I'll have to settle for par on this one. We've made it to hole 18 here at Teddy Bear Pines. It's a 300-foot par 3 that plays slightly uphill to an elevated basket. You've got an option up the left side that turns left to right, and you can also throw right at it. with a little bit of a low ceiling. I like to throw sidearm on this hole. Let's see if we can grab a birdie to finish. And that's disappointing. After a terrible tee shot, I'm left with actually a pretty tough scramble for par. We're about 150, maybe 200 feet away from the basket. Let's see if we can get up and down. A little short, but that'll be a putt. After a pretty good scramble shot, I've got about 15 feet to save my par. Let's finish it out. Thank you guys for joining me for this full round at Teddy Bear Pines Disc Golf Course. I finished at -11, tied the course record of Michael Johansson. MJ managed to do it before there were even tee pads in, so kudos to him, but I'm happy to have a share of the course record. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to give a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel for more content.